guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today. Happy spring, you guys. It's finally spring. Even though it doesn't really feel like it here in New York, I'm currently filming this and it's probably like 30 degrees outside, but I thought I could bring spring in with my makeup. So for today's video, as you guys can tell from the title and probably my eyeshadow, I decided to do a really pretty pop of pink in my inner corner. It is so fun, so springy, and you guys can use any color in the inner corner. You don't have to use pink. You can use yellow, you can use green, you can use blue. But this pop of color in the inner corner is really in for spring and summer. So many celebrities are wearing it. I know Kylie Jenner wore it with a really pretty pop of yellow in the inner corner. If you guys want me to do a look like that, definitely let me know. Although I did do a yellow liner look, maybe I could do something different with yellow. But you guys let me know. I'll do whatever you guys like. But yeah, I am so excited to bring this tutorial to you guys today. If you guys like makeup tutorials, definitely let me know by giving this video a thumbs up. It just lets me know what type of videos you guys like to see on my channel and you know what you guys like that I post as well. So don't forget to give it a like, and while you're down there, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you're not already, to look forward to new videos every single week, every Wednesday and Sunday. And yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. This look was so easy. I used this Pro Pigment palette from Profusion, and Profusion is now available at Walmart, which is so exciting. So you guys can go right to your Walmart and pick that up. I know Profusion is also sold at Target. So this look is super easy to recreate. It's using pretty much all drugstore products, if not all drugstore products. Yeah, all drugstore products, because you know I am an affordable gal, so you know. But anyways, I hope that you guys enjoy this video, and yeah, I think that's all I have to say, so let's get right into the tutorial. Alright guys, so getting started with my eyebrows, I'm just going ahead and using my favorite brow pencil as always, which is the Kokie Highbrow. I'm sorry if you guys can hear noises in the background. Trucks are passing by my house right now and it's very loud, but I decided to just skip through this because I didn't want to bore you with doing my eyebrows. So I'm just going ahead and lining the top and the bottom of my eyebrows as usual. Nothing too crazy. I just wanted to show you guys a little bit of how I do my brows, but I have been including it in all of my tutorials. So like I said, I just outline the top, outline the bottom. Well, outline the bottom first and then I outline the top and just kind of fill them in to my desired darkness or lightness for however I'm doing my makeup that day. It definitely depends. So I'm just going ahead and doing that. Once I'm done with that, I go ahead in with this L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. And it is so amazing. I love this concealer so much. It is just so high coverage and just so easy to just pop on even when you're doing a no makeup kind of day and you just want to spot conceal a little bit. So I'm just using that to carve out my brows, and I'm just taking this little concealer brush to blend that down onto my lid because I'm also using this as a eye primer. So now I'm going into this Makeup Revolution palette, and I'm just taking this light kind of almost like bone colored shade just to set that concealer so none of my shadows skip or anything like that. I like to do this when using concealer. Now going again in with that Makeup Revolution palette, I'm just taking this kind of medium brown transition shade. It's just, you can honestly use your bronzer for this step. I just wanted to use the palette because I had it there in front of me. So I'm just blending this in with a blending brush. This is going to be the base for all of our shadows to blend into. I'm not doing this too crazy or too neatly because, like I said, it's not going to be a super neat or precise look. So I'm just blending this in on my eyes. You can do this as dark or as light as you want. I did mine pretty light just because I knew that my eyeshadow wasn't going to be too crazy today. But it's totally up to you guys how you want to do it. Now I'm going back in again with the Makeup Revolution palette and taking that dark brown shade and just applying this on the outer corner in a kind of V shape. I just like that shape for my eyes and my face. Personally, you can do any shape that you want. If you want yours to be a little bit more rounded, or if you want yours to be a little bit more cut like mine, then you can totally do that. But I'm just applying that with another blending brush and blending that into the transition shade that we put down, so that everything blends nice and seamlessly. Once again, this look is so simple that you can do it really as light or as dark as you want. I honestly wanted it to be a little bit lighter, but I ended up just going ham with the eyeshadow this night. So I'm just packing that on and blending that in. I really think that this dark brown adds a lot of definition and depth to the look. I was just going to keep it with the transition shade, but I'm so happy that I added this brown shade. So once I'm done adding the brown shade, I just make sure and go in with the blending brush that we used for the transition shade, just to make sure that everything is nice and even and there's no harsh lines. So now moving on, I'm just going to cut my crease. You definitely don't have to do this. I just personally like to cut my crease. I feel like it adds a lot to eyeshadow. I'm sorry if you can hear my dog barking in the background, growling in the background. My neighbors are outside next door, but I'm using the same concealer that I used to carve out my brows, the L'Oreal Full Wear, and I'm just carving out my eye shape, not doing anything dramatic, not going under my crease or really over my crease, just making sure to do it nice and evenly. Now I'm going in with this Profusion Pro Pigment palette, and I'm taking this shimmery shade, which was absolutely gorgeous. As you guys can see, I did not spray my brush for this step, and I usually always spray my brush, but I wanted to see how the eyeshadow performed on its own. And as you guys even saw from the intro, this is so pigmented and so foiled and beautiful. It was just such a pleasant surprise. You can pick this palette up at Walmart or at Target, and obviously online at Profusion's website, but this shade was absolutely stunning on the eyes, and this is again without any spray, so I highly suggest this palette, guys. So moving on to the face, I'm going ahead in with this Catrice Prime and Fine primer. I really like this primer. I know I'll use it in a lot of my tutorials, but it's just so good. My foundation goes on just so nicely under it, so over it, I'm sorry. So I'm just blending that in, making sure to get all the areas of my face. This isn't mattifying to the point where I feel like I can't put it all over my face. Some primers I feel I can only put in my T-zone, especially if they're mattifying. So now I'm going in with the CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation in the shade T30. This is a little bit light for me. I probably should have mixed it, but you know, you live and you learn. What can you do? So I'm just blending this in with a foundation brush. I know, I cannot believe that I am a foundation brush kind of gal, but I just really love it. It's super easy. I don't have to go to the bathroom or wet my beauty sponge or anything like that. So I'm just blending this in with a brush that I got from this Amazon brush kit, which I am obsessing over. I use their eyeshadow brushes as well. I will have the brush kit linked down below as well. So just blending in that foundation, making sure to get everywhere and that it's nice and blended and no harsh lines. Now I'm going back in again with the same concealer that I've been using for this whole video, which is the L'Oreal Full Wear. I really love it. I feel like it's a dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape, and it's even better, I feel, than the Makeup Revolution one. So I'm just going ahead in once again with a brush and blending all of that concealer out. Nothing crazy. Sometimes I do use a brush for this step. I feel like concealer sometimes blends better with a sponge, in my opinion, but once again, I did not feel like going to get up to wet my sponge, so a brush will do for today. Now going ahead and setting the rest of my face as well as my under eyes. I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Powder in the shade Medium. My camera wasn't recording, as you guys can see, and I was pretty upset, but to set my face, I do use a damp sponge. I just feel like there is nothing better than a damp sponge to set your under eyes, where you put your concealer and stuff like that. I use a brush to set the rest of my face just because I didn't want too much coverage. I just wanted it to be kind of even and nice and neat, just so that my bronzer, blush, highlight would go on evenly. Speaking of bronzer, I'm going in with this e.l.f. I think it's the primer infused bronzer. I forgot the name, but I will have everything linked down below for you guys as always. I'm just going in and bronzing up my face a little bit, bronzing up my cheekbones as well as my forehead, my big old forehead, you guys know. So I'm just taking this brush. I actually got this brush from a set at TJ Maxx, and I am obsessed with them. They're so soft. And yeah, so I'm just going ahead and doing that. I feel like this really brings the whole look together because of the browns and the cool and the warm. It's just so pretty. So now I'm going in with blush. You guys know my favorite blush palette is this Maybelline Master Blush. So I was just taking the 2 middle shades and blending that on my cheek because we are doing the pop of pink. So I wanted it to match my eyes. So I just went ahead and did that with a Wet n Wild blush brush. I love this brush. I picked them up at the dollar store and they are so good. Now I'm going in with this Wet n Wild Mega Glow highlighter in the shade Precious Petals. This is my favorite highlight, guys. It's just so amazing and just so inexpensive. I believe I got it for like $2 or something. I think they still sell it. If not, Wet n Wild highlighters in general are just so amazing. So I'm just blending that on the highest points of my cheeks and as well as the tip of my nose, as always. Now I'm just going ahead and lining my eyes with this Rimmel Scandalized eyeliner. This is just the black one. This is so creamy. I forgot how creamy this is. I found this in my collection while I was decluttering, and it is so amazing, and it's just so creamy, and I don't have to go over it multiple times like I do with a lot of liners. So this is just amazing. I'm also using this to tightline because now I'm going in with my lashes. These are just the Ardell Wispies, and I finally found my Kiss Lash Glue, and I'm so excited. I bought 3 of them. But just to finish up the lower lash line while my lashes dry, I'm going in with that brown shade and just lining my lower lash line just to finish out the look. And now I'm going in with the pop of pink from the Profusion Pro Pigment palette. I love this shade, guys. It is so beautiful. I want to do like a full look with this color. It is just so pretty for spring and summer. I'm just popping that on my inner corner with a pencil brush. You guys can do this as dark or as light as you want. It's totally up to you. But I'm going in now onto my lips. I'm using this Maybelline lip liner in the shade Rich Chocolate. And I'm just lining my lips and filling them in a little bit. Not too much because I am going in with a lipstick. And that lipstick is this Milani Teddy Bear lipstick. I love this lipstick so much. It's just like the perfect kind of pinky brown nude is what I like to call it. It's just so flattering on so many skin tones, I feel. And then to shine it up, I'm using this Essence Shine 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 lip gloss in the clear shade and just popping that on. You guys can see it just makes your lips super juicy and super just plump and gorgeous. And then to finish off the look, I'm going ahead and setting everything with the Milani Make It Last setting spray, which is my favorite setting spray. And I'm so sorry, guys, I didn't get any like shots like of me posing or anything, but you guys can see the full look here. I really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I look forward to talking to you guys in my next one very soon. Love you, girls. Bye.